can you hear me? Okay.
Hello, gentlemen. Off to a good start. We are killing it right now. Think I can't hear you at all. BRB. Not at all.
It's probably because I should probably take my mic off of mute.
Oh man, Jason might have restarted for nothing. Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you fantastic, and I just want to say for the third time, welcome all of you beauties to episode 88 of Whatahockey Live, where we are going to be talking all things Texas hockey, as well as the culture that surrounds it, amongst plenty of other topics that we will probably get into tonight. And we are off to an absolutely stellar start. Leave it in. We're just going to leave it all in. If you're joining us live on YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook, thank you for joining us. And if you're hearing this on Thursday or after that, thank you as always for tuning in. The podcast is absolutely stellar right now, putting up unreal numbers per usual. We'll be getting to all of your questions, your comments, your concerns, and much more as the show goes on. But before we do that, and before we catch up with the boys and see if Jason can survive, make sure to follow Whatahockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And you guys know the drill. We're gonna kick it over to Patrick first, and then maybe I'll just we'll do a little back and forth between you and Patrick and I.
Yeah, I think Jason thought. Give me just a second. Sorry,
No,
we
you're all
are
good.
in the middle of our household is busy tonight, trying to pack up for a 5-day wedding vacation to
Hot dog.
beautiful Denver, Colorado.
Oh, so jealous.
So
They
that
actually
comes
have
with.
fall weather there right now.
I know it's kind of in that in between state where like in the morning you need a jacket and in the afternoon you need shorts. So that'll be fun to
Yes.
pack for, but gonna play some golf 2 days in a row. That'll be fun.
Oh, what course?
We are playing Fox Hollow, which is 3 9-hole courses.
Okay.
We're only playing 9 because the sun goes down behind the mountains too early to get 18 after like 1:30.
That's fair.
And I won't be there in time for that. And then we're
Understandable.
playing Evergreen Golf Course, which is a Denver municipal course. And dude, it makes it looks like a PGA course compared to some of the municipals around here. Outside of maybe Stevens, which
Mhm.
is hands down the best one. And if y'all haven't played that, I would highly recommend it. But it looks so nice. Up in the mountains. It's gonna be beautiful. We're playing 3, 4-person scrambles. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And then of course the wedding, you know.
Oh yeah. That's why we're all here,
Secondarily, I
right?
guess.
Yeah. Well, now I'm the one that's having technical difficulties. Give me 2 seconds and ramble on while I go get a charger to plug my mouse in that just died. So
Oh
even
my
if
god.
Jason
You're
did
gonna
come
leave
back,
me here?
it's going to be 2 seconds. Even if Jason did come back, we wouldn't able to be clicking him in. So I am so
Yeah.
sorry, ladies and gentlemen, all 4 of you that are watching. Give me 2 seconds, and I'm going to come right back, and I'm going to be fully charged. I bet.
I can sit here and ramble about Dallas municipal courses for however long until Fink gets back. Oh, he's right there. It won't take very long. If you're ever in Southeast Dallas, hit up Keaton. Use the scooters. I think you can get the scooter and the round for $42 on a summer morning on a weekend.
Oh, they have the
Which
scooters there.
at Keaton Park they do, yeah. I would highly recommend it.
Yes.
Me and my
I
buddy
haven't done that.
played 18 at Keaton on the scooters in 3 hours.
What? That's bonkers.
Yeah, we were booking it. Of course, we try to play fast anyways because we suck, so it doesn't really matter how fast we go. If you're gonna suck, just be quick about it.
That's what she
It's
said.
that easy. It's that easy. That is what she said.
Hiya. Well, as we were waiting for Jason, I will say that this weekend and these last 2 weekends have been almost a complete blur, just because of working with the junior stars, which has been an absolute blast. Got to hear my voice for the first time this evening. I haven't been able to log into Hockey TV, and I may have been calling it on Hockey TV because I may have watched a couple of Ilvis matches on Hockey, which is maybe illegal. But
You might get fired
I,
for that.
huh?
You might get fired for that.
I might get a job with on Hockey TV, but I was very fortunate to call the first 6 games of the season. Hopefully, that'll be something that I do for the rest of the season. I think I've pretty much got that down now. But it's been an absolute riot. Um, hasn't started off like we had hoped it to. Still looking for that first win, which is it's bound to happen. It's coming. It's going to be here. We're just waiting for the right time. We've got a game Friday, September 30th, at the Children's Health Star Center in Euless, and I know that because I've said it probably 500 times in 2 weekends, against the Texas Brahmas, and that's a pretty big rivalry, just because they are both in the same pretty much area. So but just an absolute blast.
Where are the Brahmas?
The
What's
Brahmas
their
are
home
in
arena?
North Richland Hills, so they play out of Nitex.
Rich
Yeah,
boys.
yeah, they got a little money behind them. So, but it's cool to be a part of the league, the NA3HL. Hoping for one day getting a bump up to the NAHL, and then maybe even the ECHL, and who knows where else this could take me. But just having a blast, and honestly, it's really thanks to everyone that tunes in and watches and hangs out with us and allows us to talk about hockey, because it's made me way more comfortable at doing so. But before we get to a couple of our sponsors, I do want to say that we are on Facebook, we are on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Whatahockey. So make sure to follow us on there. And then obviously with fall here officially, even though it still feels a little bit like summer outside, but we're not in the 90s. The amazing people over at saucetoss.com, or sauce toss rather, are going to be giving us 10% off the entire order that you place with the code WATASAUCE. So for 10% off, use code WATASAUCE at saucetoss.com. It's bags for beauties. It's such a cool game. I keep it in my trunk all the time, even though I may have warped the boards a little bit, which is my fault. That just means we have to play in grass, but we'll make it around. And then last but certainly not least, I might have to do the Conway and Banks read too. I don't know. Might knock them all out here for Jason.
I can give the Conway and Banks read a go if you'd like.
Yeah, let's rip it, because the banner is there and it's ready for you.
Yeah, if you're looking to replace your moldy old hockey bag with the broken zipper, doesn't have the organizers, check out conwayandbanks.com. They make premium quality bags that are built to last. If you couldn't tell, I'm reading this off the script. This is not my usual script. It's not the range. I can't wing this one. Those bags include removable organizers to keep your gear organized and keeps everything dry, with waterproof vents, waterproof materials, and giant vents. Although I guess the vents are also probably waterproof.
Yeah, I would give that a roll.
I don't own a Conway and Banks bag, but I know Jason's favorite feature is the built-in foot mat that keeps his feet dry in those nasty, wet, dirty locker rooms. Come in 3 different sizes and now 4 different colors, including the District
Five.
5 Mighty Ducks, green, purple, yellow. Pretty slick. I believe Jason ordered one.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah, I
excited
think
to
he
see the
did.
pictures.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it in person.
But with all those options, you're sure to find one you love. And you can get 10% off using code WATAHOCKEY10 at conwayandbanks.com. They're sure to have one for you. And get your gear to the rink in style. I hope Jason's proud of me for that one.
I think he is. He's probably scrambling or punching his computer right now. And
Jacob
last,
Martinez, one
that's my
thing
cousin, all the way down from San Antonio or Austin, depending on the weekend. I'm not sure where he's at right now, but yeah,
with
let's
Conway and Banks, you can do that hockey. They
do
say
that
that in
hockey.
hockey a lot. They say, let's do that hockey.
They do say let's do that hockey. Last but certainly not least, even though I said that before, but now I mean it. I want to give a huge shout out to our friends over at GAC Service Co. If you're ready to have your home feel like the inside of a hockey rink without the smell, call GAC Service Co. at 972-278-6739 for all of your AC and heating needs in North Texas. You can see it right there on the screen. You can hear me saying it in your ear holes. Again, that's 972-278-6739. They've been around North Texas for 30 plus years. We trust them, so definitely trust them as well. And make sure to let them know that Whatahockey sent you, because they are good to us. And they deserve it. They deserve it. So
Doing it for
now,
30 years, they must be doing something right.
exactly, they're keeping people cool or keeping people hot when it matters most.
And once you find that AC company that you trust, you're gonna
You
want
don't
to
go
keep them
anywhere
around
else.
forever. No,
It's like finding a
everybody has,
barber,
you have a hairdresser or a barber, an AC guy, an electrician.
car mechanic, which,
Yeah,
hey, if you guys are listening or know someone that is fantastic like that, that would sponsor us, by all means, throw them in the comments or send our podcast their way and let them know that we would like for them to be the official hairdresser slash barber slash electrician slash mechanic of Whatahockey, so we can send people their way as well. Now I guess there's the only one thing left to do, and that's talk a little bit of hockey. So
Let's do
uh,
that hockey.
we're gonna jump right into it. Our friends over in Allen, the Allen Americans, their roster continues to take shape leading up to their 14th season as Ryan Gagnon and Liam Finley have signed with the team. They announced on Tuesday afternoon. Gagnon joins the Americans after 4 seasons at the University of Calgary, where in his last year in only 18 games, he was able to gather 15 points on 2 goals and 13 assists. And then Finley, he joins the team having played in Freiburg of the DEL2 league for the last 2 seasons and is notably, fun fact, former teammates of friend of the show, Pencil Stash Les Lancaster himself. So that's pretty exciting. They played together at Denver.
Did Les comment on, before we get back to the Americans, sorry for this little sidebar.
Nope,
Did
that's
Les
all I have.
comment on the inclusion of his Ilvis team picture?
He liked it whenever we posted it, and I said we had to feature the Pencil Stash.
I mean,
It's
he's
I want to.
Finland through and through.
He is. He's finished until he starts, and he starts until he's finished. I would venture to say that I would love to take. I've been saying that this is a dream trip on the bucket list now to go see a match over there in Tempere, and I not only do I think it would be a blast, but I would love to stay there for a month to see if I start like if my eyes start to turn blue and like my hair starts to faintly go to like blonde in certain parts, even though it's probably gray, but I'm telling myself it's blonde to, forego the early stages of life crisis. Uh, but I would like to make that experiment happen. Maybe enjoy some of the Finnish cuisine and the Finnish drink, and see if the mustache goes from like this dark brownish to a little bit of a blonde hue.
I would like. That sounds awesome. That sounds
We'll
like a
see.
dream trip. Two, I really want to try these Finnish wings that I keep hearing about. Les brought it up.
Hmm.
Baptiste brought it up. I want to see what all the fuss is about. And that
I
and they
I'm
have like the
curious.
mayo for the wings, which also sounds interesting.
See, I like mayo.
I do
I don't
too.
know. I don't know if it's and not to bring race into it or anything, but I feel like mostly white people like mayonnaise, because we are also white. Um, not that Miracle Whip shit.
I
I want
Miracle Whip
mayonnaise.
is disgusting.
It's an insult to mayonnaise
Give me
lovers around
Hellman's
the
or give
world.
me nothing.
Yeah, or was it Duke's? I know I've heard that Duke's is a
The
very
Duke's
popular
Mayo Bowl.
mayonnaise. Yeah.
I believe
So,
Shane Beamer got the Gatorade bath after
that's
the
the
Duke's Mayo Bowl
mayo.
last year with the
Yeah,
mayo,
I forgot
which
about
I
that.
cannot imagine how it would have been trying to get that smell out of your body after being just fully submerged in mayonnaise. That sounds disgusting.
Yeah. And what's like they say put peanut butter in your hair if you get gum in it. I'm wondering what steps you'd have to take to have to put mayonnaise in your hair, but I don't it doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound fun.
It's like
It doesn't
leave-in conditioner. It just
Yeah.
stays.
Yeah. Like it's something about Mary kind of thing.
Yeah, that sounds atrocious.
Well,
Good bit though.
that yeah, good bit. That being said, the American season begins on October 21st in Tulsa, ironically, where the Stars are at. And Shannon, the newest member of Whatahockey, is at this evening watching the newly dubbed Tulsa Classic. And then their home opener for the Americans will be at the Credit Union of Texas Event Center on October 29th, where we will be doing a live pregame recording leading up to puck drop. And I, for one, cannot wait to see everyone there. I hope to see a ton of familiar faces. Want to give a huge shout out right now to Josh, the gentleman that won the jersey and tickets giveaway. He shot us a message and said he has not ever had tickets this good to a game. So he is extremely pumped. I want to give a huge amount of thanks to the Allen Americans which I didn't even put this in the podcast notes, but I think, yeah, snaps all around for
Snaps
that.
all
But
around, yeah.
I think it's fine time that we finally verbally announce that the Americans have brought us on as their official or an official podcast of the Allen Americans going into the 2022-2023 ECHL season. So,
That's
how are
pretty
you
sweet.
now? How
That's
are
pretty
you
sweet.
now? Yeah. Want to thank everybody in the front office, Elizabeth, Johnny, Tommy Daniels, Jeff Watka, all those people in the front office that have reached out to us, said kind things via LinkedIn whenever the post came up, and have just supported us pretty much since day one when they came on board. And then I haven't said this in a while, so prepare yourself for a throwback quote.
Oh.
I'd be
Oh.
remiss I'd be remiss if I did not say a huge thank you to our friend Lizzie, one of the actual day ones, because Lizzie was the integral part of this whole thing happening with the Americans 2 seasons ago. And that's hard. That's weird to even say that we've been doing this now
Oh, wow,
for
that is, yeah.
literally, I mean, we're coming up on 100 shows in 12 weeks, which technically it's probably less than that considering we've done those extra sauce episodes. So that probably puts us around 93, 92 or something like that. But officially, we're coming up on the 100th episode of Whatahockey, which I don't
12
know,
more, yeah.
maybe reach out to Northside, our friends over there. Uh, I don't know. We'll maybe get a suite at the Americans game, do something fancy, have some fans out for that.
Come
I'm
do some
super
Jaeger shots
excited.
with me.
Do some Jaeger shots with us. I will do that. So, by the way, before we get into Stars news and wrap up this tummy stick fest with the Americans, ran into Shippy last night at the first preseason game. Talked to him for a little bit. Absolute beauty. What a fantastic
He is a
guy.
beauty.
He's already in midseason form with his DJing skills. The drops are there. I'm excited to see what he has up his sleeve for the regular season, but fantastic to see him. Ran into Miss Selena Ray as well. She said hello. We got to talk for a little bit in passing. So, really cool to see them and just being back at the American Airlines Center and seeing professional hockey being played. Oh, man. Gets
Wonderful
me
people in that organization.
they really are. Maybe even maybe that Pixar evil character that owns the team. But that's neither here nor there. All of the people that we've come in contact with and we've been very fortunate to have on the show are fantastic people. I'm sure that reflects everything from the top down. But yeah, so wrapping up the Americans, just super grateful for everything that we've been able to do together as two separate entities and now kind of working together as one. Obviously, with the season coming and with some of the cool stuff. Oh my God, I didn't even say dudes. Love dudes. God, I can't believe I almost didn't say dudes.
How could you forget?
I don't know because he's always in my heart. That's why it's never a forget. He's always there. But
He
just
he's
an
two he's 2 visits away from, his Whatahockey smoking jacket, so,
yeah, he
dudes
is.
dudes, if you're listening or if you hear this later on, keep that in mind. You're
Yep,
always
keep that in
welcome.
mind. We'll get you sized up. Green jacket, gold jacket, who gives a shit? Just get it to him. So, that being said, it is in fact Stars preseason hockey. They are currently in Tulsa, like we said, where Shannon is at watching the game, playing the Arizona Coyotes because that makes 100% sense. Last time I checked, the Stars were actually doing some work. So I'm going to do a quick impromptu scorer keeper check of sorts.
They are
I
up
don't
3 to 2 at the end
three
of
to
the
two.
second.
And did you hear Yoel Kiviranta had a shorthanded goal with no one assisting? So
Wow, a zone exit all the way coast to coast, huh?
yeah. And what surprises me about that is I have been extremely hard on one Joel Kiviranta for a very, very long time. All of last season, I thought he was one of those guys that just disappeared off the map. And I really didn't want him around. I thought he was a waste of money. So hopefully he can bounce back and be worth the contract that we're dishing to him. I think it's only a 1.5 million, so not too much, but I mean, and this is a foreshadow to something we'll talk about here, but with the cap being the way it is, even those 1.5s, if you look at it, you have just over 6.5 million left on your salary cap, and everyone's asking, when are they going to sign Robertson? When are they going to sign Robertson? You got Cairo up in St. Louis getting a monster contract, more than what the Stars have left in the salary cap right now, meaning that if Jason Robertson wants that kind of money, Anton Hudobin, who's making 3.3, is going to have to go. Roddick Fox is probably going to have to go. And one of these $1.5 million contracts has probably got to go as well, I would assume. And then let's not forget about the fact that with all that being said, Rupe Hintz is up for a new contract going into next season. So they're going to have to make some moves. And it's going to be really interesting to see what this team and what Jim Nill, who, by the way, got himself a contract extension, have
Indeed.
up their sleeves. So I am very curious to see what's going to happen with them. Oh, and also I forgot to say, and I always forget. This is Mason Marshman got his first goal.
Yep.
So he's getting into the mix. They've already scored 3 more goals than they scored last night, which was 0. Anton Hudobin getting the start in net, letting one in. But I mean, again, this is preseason hockey. You can't get overzealous in either direction. You can't get too excited. You can't get too upset. It is preseason hockey. Pete DeBoer is just doing his job, getting these guys ready. Obviously, once the preseason starts to wind down, you'll see more of the full starting lineup in. They made a couple of cuts today, not to take anything away from the guys, but no one of grave concern that got released from the team or got sent down to the juniors back where they were playing. So nothing wrong there.
Yeah.
And with that, I'm going to give this another shot. The third leg of this race, we're gonna give him a rip and see if it works out. There he is.
I hear him.
I can hear him, but can he hear us?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I
hear
can
me
hear
now?
you guys.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen,
How about
Jesus
that?
Christ.
Papa Jason is with the show. Not a moment too late. We've already done the Conway and Banks read. We've already
it
got
for you,
all the
Jason.
ad reads.
I hope I
Patrick
made
did
you proud.
I'm sure you did, man.
Patrick did.
I'm sure you did just fine.
I gave it the old
So-
college try.
That being said,
That being said, though,
how
the
are
bag
you?
comes in tomorrow.
Hey, so he did get the bag. We didn't
Yeah, oh,
tease
yeah.
anything, but there is something else. I mean, we just got done with the Allen Americans jersey and tickets giveaway. I don't want to leave anything else on the table. But I think we'll just we'll let people figure it out for themselves, and we'll make it an official.
Yeah.
That one's gonna get some juice, I think. That thing
I agree.
is sick.
It is a beautiful, beautiful satchel.
Need to move this hair. Uh-oh. Did I fuck everything up? I unplugged my laptop.
Nope, you're good. You're there. Tell us about your week. How have you
All right.
been?
No. Oh,
no.
man, the week was great. The wife had like a bachelorette get together thingy. So that was kind of cool. We're going to a wedding in Colorado in November. I'm really excited
you
about.
too.
Yeah. We're going to the same wedding?
Well, mine is on
he's going
Friday,
this-
so I don't
yeah.
think so.
Oh, no. Mine's on a Friday.
Mine is this Friday.
Oh, this Friday. Just kidding. Gotcha. No, I missed that part then, yeah. No, but I'm pumped, man. But aside from the weekend was great. I was going to try to take the kiddo up to Plano to go see the balloons launch, but that did not happen. Kiddo's battling a double ear infection right now, so. But then we're up on Sunday that we're going to try to make it out to go check out the junior stars, and just dude was actually napping, so we ran with it.
Can't interrupt a good nap.
Nah.
I mean, I wouldn't have. We have an official statement, by the way, from Shannon, live from the Tulsa Classic, saying Wedge looks good. It's his defense at the back door that is slipping. And then she decided to put in a parentheses, giggity. She's going to fit right in. Like I said to everybody, Shannon, the newest member of Whatahockey, she'll be in and out of the podcast here and there, I'm sure. but she is in Tulsa watching the Stars as we speak, who are, as we last checked, up 3-2. So, yeah, Jason, we talked a little bit about the Americans and how exciting it is and what's going on, and we've dove into the old Dallas Stars hockey back on the ice last night, hitting the old goose egg button, and the Blues threw up 4, but
Well, the
just had
Blues are the Blues a little
Blues
bit,
are the Blues.
and the Stars are the Stars.
It's true.
And we're gonna
But they've got
stars
they've
it
got
up.
Pete DeBoer.
Pete the
Pete
Bird.
DeBoer. The one thing I will say about last night, aside from the fact that it was just exciting to be back at the AAC and having people there, which, by the way, quite a decent turnout with the Cowboys playing at the same time away. You would think that with them being away, everyone would have been at home, but I mean, there was a good 8,000 people there. So they're it's a low hum right now, the excitement. But holla at your boys here in a couple weeks when it's the last couple games of the preseason, and things are going to get hot. It's going to get spicy here in the Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex. The one thing that I got excited about outside of just being there is the second power play unit had the names Maverick Bjork, Logan Stankoven, and Wyatt Johnson playing together, and they looked stellar. Those guys put in a fantastic effort. Obviously, I think we all have an affinity to Stankoven, with him coming on the show and being just a lights out human being. He had a phenomenal developmental camp. He played well at Traverse City, won the World Juniors with Canada. He's having an outstanding summer. I really, really think if he can continue to keep this up, and if we see him maybe throw in a couple goals or get a couple apples here in the preseason, we might see him getting one of those spots for opening night. I really genuinely think he could do it.
Because if you'll remember, one thing to keep in mind as well, it's all or nothing with him. He either makes the NHL or he goes back down to juniors. He's not going to the ECHL. He's not going to the AHL. He's either going to be an NHL player or he's going to be spending another however many months down in juniors. I would like to see him up at the NHL level.
I think
maybe I'm biased.
I think it's happening, man. I really do. Like, I don't want to blow the load too early, but dude, the way he's been skating, it's hard to not see him on this roster.
And you also kind of have to wonder, like, after such a dominant season in juniors, what good is another 6 months down there going to do for him? Especially now that he's getting a taste of what NHL speed looks like, albeit it's not, full opening day rosters that he's playing against for the most part. But even the jump from WHL to fringe NHL, AHL level players is pretty massive. Mm-hmm. And for him to hold his own and excel against those guys, you have to think he would benefit more from staying up with the team, going through practices, getting acclimated to practice speed, which is still oodles faster than WHL, and just getting his legs under him there and then seeing what he can do.
It is, in fact, oodles faster. I like that. That's a good one.
I mean, it's like the scene in what was it, The Other Guys, where he was like, "Oh, I've got a taste of the blood, and now we're hungry, so we're gonna crawl out of the water," and like we adapted and whatever. That's a whole other thing. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
Basically, he got a taste of it. He wants it, man.
Also, shout out to everyone that's watching along with us right now. If you have any questions, throw them in the chat, because part of this, we want to answer whatever questions you guys have. They don't have to be Stars or American specific or hockey specific. Just give us something to talk about. Throw it in there. We've got a little bit of time left to work with. So we want to make this about the fans, the French fries. Also want to give a giant shout out to everyone that's purchased a French Fry Nation t-shirt designed by the man at the bottom of the screen, Papa Jason. Sick design. We've got stickers too. So if you want to match,
honestly, they're right here. Hold up.
Yeah, throw them up on the screen. Pop them up there for the people to see. I mean, look at those are the sickest. I mean, come on. Yeah, we got to guys, get your stickers. We've got poker chips. If you're a golfer, if you play golf
ball
and you need
markers.
a ball marker, we've
I
got
dropped one
poker
there.
chips with the Whatahockey logo on them. Talk to my buddy Trey with GAC Service Co. He also wants to make like a Whatahockey on one side, GAC Service Co. on the other side.
Hold up.
People, we've got merchandise. And then I was messing around with the shop today. I might even make some Whatahockey socks with the W print on them. Just some dress socks, you know?
The ball markers. I'm not going to throw them at the laptop, though, because these are a little heavier,
probably,
and I don't want to
probably a good
crack
idea.
the screen.
It looks like you hit the jackpot. See what I did there? Poker chips. Poker face.
Poker face.
But yeah, throw your questions in there. We'll get to those in just a second. I was like, just thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us. Before we do get to the questions, this is what I was talking about early as far as Jason. We dove into a little bit of salary cap. We talked about, Kyrou up in St. Louis signing that deal that is well out of the price range for the Stars to sign Jason Robertson to a similar contract with just over $6.5 million left in cap space right now. You have guys like Radek Faksa and Anton Hudobin who have contracts that could, I don't want to say easily be moved. Obviously, with Faksa being like full on healthy and being able to play, he would be much more attractive to trade away than, say, Anton Hudobin, who got some action in net last night. But I think we all know that story has officially ended with the signing of Scott Wedgwood, who started in net tonight. You don't sign a Scott Wedgwood to a 2-year deal and have Anton Hudobin for another deal. What is he on the? He was a 3-year deal. Last year was year 1, so for 2 more years, we owe him $3.3 million a year annually AAV. So you can't have 3 goaltenders all making, over 1.5. So, and obviously
all
with Jake
making
Ottinger
like some decent money.
So Anton Hudobin has likely seen his last stint with the Stars at the NHL level. I'm almost certain. I would be very, very surprised and very shocked to learn that Scott Wedgwood would be the one to be sent down to the AHL Texas Stars, which I don't know if it's in his It's not a 2-way contract, so I don't think that's something that they would even look into or entertain. But Anton Hudobin also didn't have a 2-way contract, but he got sent down. So after getting put on waivers and clearing, so that $3.3 million is probably going to get moved. In my opinion, it's probably going to be for like a 6th or 7th, round draft pick, something very low. We're not going to get much in return. It's more of a cap dump. But then you look at that, and that's around the almost 9.9 million mark for the Stars left in salary cap. But what we talked about before you joined, Jason, was not only do you have to sign Jason Robertson and get him situated so he can get comfortable back in the lineup, you have to look at the future in the next year. Rupe Hintz is due for a new contract after this season. So that's another guy that you look at and go, okay, he's definitely earned it, and he's going to be making over $4 million. I think he's at around 3.5 right now. He's going to be making over $4 million, and he's going to get probably 4 or 5 years. I would venture to guess, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a little bit of light at the end of this tunnel in the form of the salary cap. Per Elliot Friedman, NHL Beauty, one of the biggest names in the NHL media, speculated some interesting projections released in regards to the salary cap that we in Dallas have come to know all too well. Obviously, the 2022-2023 NHL season, the cap tops out at $82.5 million. Next year, just another million added, so $83.5 million, which really doesn't move the needle. But then we get a bit of a jump for 24-25. Again, these are all projections, so it could be less, it could be more, hopefully more. 87.5 to 88 million. And then in the 25-26 season, because obviously that's important, that's something we should be thinking about right now in 2022, it should jump up to about 92 million. So definitely more room to work with. But those contracts that we're seeing now, those 7 for 7, those 8 for 8s, they're not going to look as lofty and as gargantuan as they do now, because there's going to be more to play with. I also just want to add here, and I know you guys have seen it, and it'll probably make your butthole pucker a little bit. Tyler Sagan is officially the highest earning player this year per his salary in the NHL.
Let's just hope he earns it.
Yeah,
Makes it worth it for us.
He got the bag when he needed the bag, and
he got the bag, all right.
He got the bag. He still has the bag. He probably couldn't. I mean, probably got a Conway and Banks bag. Put all that money in.
Dude, he needs one.
Yeah.
I mean, we may have one too. He could win it.
Foreshadow. Yeah, I'm very interested. This is going to be a pivotal season. Jamie Ben's got the man bun back. The ninja bun is officially back. They took some pictures last night. Saw him without his helmet. I did not know what to think of it, but you know what? Hey, whatever works. If we can get that long flow, Jamie Ben, I'm fine with the beard, but I know you guys remember classic Jamie Ben, the baby face with the hair sticking out of the back, fighting guys like Joe Thornton. Like that's the Jamie Ben I want to see. The Art Ross kind of caliber Jamie Ben. But yeah, so by 25, 26, we could be looking at almost $100 million in cap space. The fact that there is a cap on in the NHL and there's not in other leagues really kind of blows my mind. I feel like, and I am biased, I feel like the NHL is the most physically demanding league out of all of them, with the exception of maybe rugby overseas, because they don't wear pads. They wear fun little padded hats sometimes, but they don't wear pads. But yeah, the NHL to me is the most physically demanding sport at 82 games a season and playoffs and just the strenuous, amount of effort one puts their body through. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts? The salary cap is supposed to go up. Patrick, I'll ask you. I know you have to get ready for a fantastic weekend full of swinging sticks and love.
Every little bit helps. I don't think $1 million next year really moves the needle too much. In our case, for guys that are like right up against it in terms of available space relative to the people we need to sign, it's helpful, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't really see it making too much of a difference. Now, when it bumps up to 92 million compared to the 83 that it is currently, or 82 and a half, whatever, then that'll be helpful. But I'm not I guess we'll just have to see, especially in the context of like McKinnon's new contract, just how much of that cap space is eaten up by the current superstars that are going to be fortunate enough to be in a contract year right when it expands. And if teams are going to bump up into the 11, 12 million AAV range just because of the extra money. I don't see the Stars doing that, just given that the kind of the big guys we need to sign, like Rope next year, Robertson currently.
Jake Ottinger, assuming he's going to continue to play that well, he's going to be due for another contract in 4 years. So,
yep, he'll be right at the tail end of that big increase to 92-ish million. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. The market in any sport, when there's a cap like that, you start to see some crazy adjustments. If they keep league minimum at 750, I think it'll give teams more flexibility, especially teams that don't have that McKinnon level superstar. But in terms of the Stars, I don't think it'll affect us too much, given our current roster composition. It'll give us more wiggle room, but I don't think we're going to see anybody get $10 million again anytime soon. At least not while Jamie Benn and Sagan are making $20 million between the two of them. So
I was going to say, fool me once, Jamie Benn, fool me twice, Taylor Sagan.
Yeah.
Taylor?
Taylor Sagan.
Taylor Sagan.
Tyler's
Tyler's brother.
Yeah.
Or Tyler's sister.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
But yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. One comment about Sagan, I think this is really the season where we'll see what he's made of. Over the past 2 years, he's had so many surgeries and injuries that he's tried to play through. Relearning how to skate, I feel like that kind of got lost in the shuffle when people were bitching about his performance last year, especially towards the end of the year. But it's not an easy sport. And now that he has an off season to rest, get stronger, get on the ice with some regularity rather than rehab and, taking literal baby steps.
Yep.
I think based on what we saw, I think we'll see good progression from Tyler. At least that's the optimist in me, hoping that.
I think we do. I think we do as well. I can't really say the same for Jamison Ben.
Yeah,
I think his role is now much more reserved for the leader type.
Yeah.
It's just not something. Now, I could be completely wrong. He could spark, and he could pair up well. You never know who he's going to be. With Marshman on the same line, assuming. That's another guy where it takes the focus, like we said earlier in the offseason, that takes the focus off Jamie Benn having to be that big guy that goes out and throws down with people, because Marshman will do that. He will lay the body on people if he needs to. He will answer the bell. So maybe Jamie Benn doesn't have to do that, and maybe he's able to go back to focusing more on scoring and being that teammate on and off the ice that maybe his effort on the ice took a hit because of the mental, load that he was carrying. But that is to be seen. We are all speculating right now what's going to happen. We're speculating, if Jason Robertson's going to re-sign anytime soon. Obviously, we are all very optimistic that that's going to happen. I think all of us are still on the very even kill of the 2 to 3 on the 1 out of 10 panic meter scale right now. I wish we could give everyone that is watching and will listen to this the answers that they want of, yeah, we're totally gonna re-sign him. It's gonna happen. I talked to his agent. We're good friends. We golf on the weekend and have coffees on Sunday. But unfortunately, we have not reached that upper echelon of having the insiders' perspective to that degree. But we got some other stuff that we have insider stuff on, which is pretty cool. So that's neat. We got that going for us, which is nice. But we have a single question. But that being said, before we get to the questions, Patrick has got to take an early exit. Patrick, you started the show with us while Jason was
on time,
working on it on time, and Jason and I are going to round it out for the week. But yeah, dude, enjoy your trip.
Yeah, man, have fun.
And I will send y'all some. I'll send y'all some pics from golf.
Hell yeah,
tomorrow
and
Thursday.
Yeah. Please do. And you flying out of Love Field or DFW?
Always Love Field.
Let's say you'll be fine.
I mean, minus all of the delays and cancellations bullshit that Southwest has been pulling.
Yeah.
That's still my number one choice, especially packing golf clubs for free. And where else are you gonna get that?
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah. You're
for real?
Yep.
Clubs fly free on Southwest.
That's one of your check bags. Yep.
That's true.
Fucking A.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, man,
flying to Mexico and taking my golf clubs for one round via American, and I'm not looking forward to that bill.
All right. Good to know. Good.
Yeah. Southwest golf clubs.
Yeah, because you could just take a backpack, carry that on.
Yeah.
Typically, or like a little actual carry-on, like suitcase or whatever. Interesting.
But if you want to let the people know.
Yeah, in my absence, though I will not be here for the rest of the show, stay sassy. Always.
Yes, we couldn't leave without that.
I will catch y'all later, boys. And thanks everybody for hanging out with us tonight.
Godspeed.
Catch you on the
flippity
flip.
Next week. Catch you on the flippity flip.
The flippity flip.
All right. That being said, we have one question, Jason.
Yeah.
We're gonna dive into from my goalie, my my beer league goalie and your favorite beer league goalie, one Matt Feraldo. Think DeBoers is going to give a young kid a shot in the big leagues. He's not big on youth. We commented about this a little bit earlier. Jason, I think this might have, we might have talked about it before, or like right when you got on the show, the line of Maverick Bjork, Stan Coven, and Wyatt Johnson, like we talked about. I really think, like you said, I think Stan Coven's going to get the call. I really genuinely think that because they know his status, because they know that if he does get sent down, it may be a while before they can actually call him back up to the NHL directly. I think there is a cutoff once the juniors wrap up where they can push the kids up to the AHL level for the remainder of the season to finish out and get as much or as many reps on ice as possible. But that's towards the end of the season, and at that point, you more than likely won't see them jumping up to the NHL from the AHL, making their way from the juniors. So, yeah, man, if I had to guess, it's gonna be Stan Coven. DeBoer, I know he doesn't care particularly too much for the youth, but thankfully this team is trending down in the age category. We have been on the older side or kind of in the middle for quite a while now, so it is nice to see the tides starting to shift and us get to more of a youth movement. Obviously, with the aforementioned, assuming Jason Robertson and Jake Ottinger, there is definitely going to be a push for younger guys. Rupe Hintz is still on the younger side. Miro Heiskanen, who ironically we really haven't said his name at all, like in the offseason. Like we got the news that he signed that big contract, and we were like, all right,
we're good.
We'll see you next season.
Thanks for being here. We appreciate it.
Yeah, enjoy your trip back home, and take care of yourself. We'll see you in October. But yeah, outside, I mean, it's wild to even say that. But there are a lot of younger guys getting those pivotal roles that are coming up. This is a great comment. I think the Stars should play Luka.
I do too.
I
think he might be a natural, man. Did you see him playing tennis this weekend?
Yeah, did he play with Dirk in the?
Yeah, he played with Dirk in Dirk's like Cope Charity Classic or something.
Yeah. No, I didn't get to see him play. Is he agile as much as he is on the
court? He's an athlete, man. He's just a natural born athlete who just happens to be really fucking good at basketball.
Yeah. Well, and then and he's trimmed. He's trimmed down a lot and put on some muscle.
He's no longer #Fat Luka, man.
No, he's Jack Luka.
Or Yacked Luka, if you will.
Yacked Luka. Yeah. He's putting on some muscle. He's gonna. Yeah, I'm excited. I know that we're a Texas hockey podcast, but it's hard not to get excited a little bit about basketball when you got Luka Doncic as your wonder boy, your heir to the predecessor. I am very much excited to see Luka. I think the Stars should play Luka. I know who they shouldn't play. That's Dak Prescott. Yikes! Ooh. I actually love Dak Prescott. The hate that Dak Prescott gets is so stupid, and
he's just in a shitty situation right now.
Yeah, it's called the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
This fan base of the Dallas Cowboys is the reason I am not a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Being the face of a Dallas franchise, really. Aside, I guess it works well for the Mavericks. They seem to pull it off. But the Rangers can't seem to get their shit together with their face of their franchise.
Who is the face of the franchise for the Texas Rangers
right now?
Would you say? I mean, because all things considered, the best player on their team is Martin Perez.
Yeah, dude.
Martin Perez, who returned to the Rangers after leaving and being scolded by the fans, saying that he was a bum, he was a failure. I still have his rookie card when he played with the Frisco Rough Riders.
We're getting some spam in the chat.
Oh my God, yeah. I'm not going to put it up there, but that's how we made it.
Josh Jung, dude, he might be it.
You know what? So I told Patrick, this is family. This is my cousins down in the San Antonio and Austin area. I didn't even know he knew who Josh Jung was. Straight out of Texas Tech, that kid. Not my cousin, Josh Jung. So yeah, man. Shout out to Josh Jung. Shout out to Jacob for.
I just want IKF back, man.
Man, him and Jose Trevino are just having the time of their lives up there in New York, getting ready for a playoff run, watching Aaron Judge hit home runs,
Bombs, man.
just bombs, just bombing it. But yeah, I wonder who is the face of the franchise for the Texas Rangers. I mean, you just signed Corey Seager and Marcus Semien to
Simeon,
$500 million. Can we talk about that for a second?
At that rate, you've got to be the face.
You have to. Like, you're automatically implied as being the face of the franchise.
You got to be at every event that we have.
Yeah.
That, like, kid's birthday party that Captain was going to go to. Nah, bud, you're going to it now.
Yeah, it's yours. It's all you. Yeah, and so I guess, too, if we look at the stars, I mean, obviously, Jamie Benn and Tyler Sagan are the most notable outside of the market. Let me make that very clear. Maybe Jake Ottinger after his quote-unquote coming out party in the playoffs, which completely blew my mind. The fact that people were like, where's Jake Ottinger been hiding? It's like he's literally been kicking ass and taking names like since we got him. We knew he was going to be this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are the NHL just does not know that Dallas exists outside of like a couple of games a year, which we are getting, I think, 13 nationally televised games this season.
Exciting times.
Which is nice. Considering an 82-game season, we get 13 nationally televised games. Bally Sports is about to fail.
Yeah, man. Oh, did we talk about that last week?
We did not. No, it was news. Bally Sports is literally crumbling before our eyes as sports fans, and it could not happen to a more perfect conglomerate than Bally Sports. Yeah. I don't want anyone to lose their jobs, anyone at all. But
except for the CEOs
the head of that company has single-handedly forced more people to illegally stream games across all leagues than any other person on the face of the planet.
Yeah, thanks to them, there's people out there who got viruses on their computer because of people like this It's Sports Live HD guy. Fuck this guy.
Yeah. Whoever you are, you robot.
Yeah. It's people robot. Like Bally's who spawn these people. They're preying on the people who can't watch their local teams play.
Which, it's even crazier. So I'm gonna talk about it again. The junior stars, we broadcast all of our games on Hockey TV.
Mm-hmm.
And so anytime we mention Hockey TV on our social media posts, these same exact bots almost instantly post the links. And it's like, I don't think anyone's going to click that, but you never know. But also, how dare you?
Right.
Is really what it gets down to.
How well, hold on. Let's talk about this really quick. How's the gig, man? I saw you did the play-by-play. Did we talk about this earlier?
We did a little bit. Okay. I will happily go over it one more time. It was a blast. The team has not started off as well as we wanted it to, unfortunately, but it is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that I am hoping will eventually lead to an entire career doing something like that. So I had a blast. I've called 6 games now. I've got 6 games under my belt. I found out roughly 30 minutes before game 1 that I was going to be shifted from PA to play-by-play. I felt like it was the right decision, as well as everyone that approached me about it. And it went off without a hitch. It popped off, as some would say, and had a blast. Really starting to kind of find my groove. And now that I know who we are playing and what is going to happen, I am able to research these teams a little bit that we're playing against, getting to know these kids on the junior stars, these guys. They're not really kids at all. They're just a great group of guys, and getting attached to them, finding out their personalities off the ice is a really cool experience, and it makes calling the game so much more fun. But yeah, it's going well. So we get this question so often that it makes me want to punch bricks. Yes, but it's called patience. And unfortunately, we are still a podcast that is operating and almost completely self-funded. So we are having to pre-order everything. I looked into a store today to do merchandise, and it's ridiculously confusing. One, and two, it's one of those dinky stores where it's like order a coffee cup, order a water bottle, order a tote bag, and it has like a real small, it would have a small Whatahockey logo on it. I'm sure there's people that can help to design stuff like that, but I just don't trust I don't know. I don't trust the material. You know what I mean? I don't want someone to order a shirt from one of those websites and have one of these sick shirts that we're rocking out right now that are like the next level, top of the line t-shirts you can get that Jason's sporting right now,
Yeah.
that you guys that ordered the French Fry Nation t-shirt will be getting. Like, yeah, those are great quality t-shirts. I've still got the original, the ones that we did with the green, black, and white W on it, aside from a little stench from the pits because I've gotten pitted in him sometimes.
Pitted,
Like,
pitted.
pitted. I'm pitted. But outside of that, they're fantastic shirts. You wash them, they fit like brand new. But yeah, I just don't trust some of these stores. But jerseys are a much different animal. So it's not as simple as, hey, one person wants a jersey, they can get it. We've done 3 jersey runs. They've all been successful. We do get asked about them a lot. We will be doing another one. You have to practice patience unless you're going to send us like $5,000 for us to do a stock. And then, yeah, by all means, if you guys have a couple grand in the bank, even a couple hundo, like,
Yeah, we'll talk to
five or-
PayPal. Just send
Yeah.
whatever you feel is necessary to whatahockey@gmail.com on PayPal.
yeah, we'll drop it. We'll drop the link. Like, shoot it on over. But yeah, we're gonna do more stuff. It's just it's different. You know, JC is awesome. They've been a great sponsor for us. They're gonna start helping us out with that, and that's definitely gonna be something that we're gonna look to use towards, you know, having a stock of things. Now, I will say for the record, like jerseys.
Yeah, with the jerseys, they come like custom with a number on the back.
That's
So
the
it is
thing,
difficult to stock those.
And we
So
want to make them as affordable as possible. Obviously, you know, we appreciate every single, you know, dime that you guys toss towards us, which it goes towards t-shirts or stickers or poker chips, ball markers, hats, whatever you may have it. We appreciate all of it, but we want to make sure that you guys aren't spending unnecessary money. So we're not just going to willy-nilly throw, you know, darts on a board, and whatever website that we pick wins. So you know, we've been very fortunate with the people that have made our jerseys. I'm sure everyone's familiar with them. Men's League sweaters. We've been doing a lot of extensive work with Bring Hockey Back. Shout out to Sam and that whole crew. They're the ones making the French Fry Nation shirts. They're the ones that made the last shirts and the first shirts. They also did our hats. So we're gonna look into jerseys with them here very soon. But right now, we need to get these shirts out there. So if you haven't purchased a t-shirt, go do so. The link is in our link tree. It's in our Whatahockey shop. We came to an agreement that black would be more suitable to sell right now. Apparently, no one wears white after Labor Day.
yeah, who
So
makes these rules? What
rules
is
are
rules
dumb.
for
Rules is
for
rules.
dressing?
So that is what we are doing right now. So if you want to support us that way, the t-shirts will be available until, what did we say? October 16th is when we push the
Yeah, I think
date
16th
to.
is when we said.
So, you know, share it. Maybe we'll do a giveaway. Maybe someone, if they order a t-shirt or something like that, can get $25 off a jersey when we do those again. We'll do like a virtual coupon for you. You know, we'll see. You know, there's plenty of opportunity. That's another thing. Since we are running this by ourselves and doing this on our own, we make the rules. We can do what we want. So we really want to give you guys the best opportunity to spend the money that you guys spend for us and on us in the best way possible for the best products possible. So that's where we stand with merchandise. If you guys have people that do custom embroidery, like anything like that, let us
We might be
know.
looking for hoodie people soon. So
Yeah,
there's our
definitely.
hoodie guy. Deuce.
Yeah, I'll say it. I'll publicly say it. Rival sucks. That
Yeah,
company literally no longer exists. You know that?
I know. I do believe that they exist, but under a different company name. They got
Really?
dude, just like during COVID, they really blew up. Like people were buying jerseys, and he was still taking on these orders. And I think he got too overwhelmed in it and basically couldn't keep up with the demand that he created
Yeah.
and had to fall off the face of the earth, literally.
But
I was like last week, I was going through my Instagram DMs. I was just like cleaning out my inbox or whatever. And there was this one that just said Instagram user. It means that somebody either deleted their account or blocked me or whatever it is, right?
mhm.
And I was like, who the hell is this person? Like, what were we talking about? Hoodies? What? And who? Oh, Rival. Right. Fuck those guys.
Yeah. So they
Like-
deleted their Instagram completely.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Yeah, I think I remember trying to find them. I tried to find the website too, and
They owe Mike, they owe some of the pylons shit, either jerseys or like $1,500.
Well, they owe a friend of the show, Hussein, over in
Yep.
Vegas. He
Yeah,
actually
that's
reached
right.
out to me and he asked me who did the Whatahockey jerseys, and he was like, "Yeah, we were going through Rival and they completely stiffed us," which is really a shame because if you think back to it, and Patrick and I were talking about this, Jason, we're 12 episodes away from our 100th episode, and we're gonna have to have some kind of party.
Yeah, we're gonna have to throw Rager.
Yeah, we're gonna have to throw a rager. Maybe
What's Northside
maybe
doing?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Maybe we'll plan something, around episode maybe 92 or 93. It gives you guys plenty of time to plan for it. But we were talking about, that and how we've been around for a while. To everyone that's watching and everyone that's listening, Rival Hockey, the ones that took literally almost 9 months to get you guys your hoodies,
Oh yeah.
they were the ones that actually helped us clean the logo up.
Yeah.
The logo that we use to this day, if it wasn't for that fly-by-night jersey company, it could be complete. We would look like maybe have like a Wonder Woman look.
Yeah, that's definitely what the original drawing was.
Yeah, it did with the star in the middle. Yeah, we were
Yeah.
looking something different. So
It looked a little. I mean, it definitely needed some work, and we we are thankful for them. It just sucks, like I said, the situation that I think they got into. But also fuck Rival. But thanks.
But
for
also,
the logo.
but
I
also,
appreciate the logo.
but also, if you for some reason know who made the socks, like who manufactured Rival socks, slide me a DM because those are the best socks I've ever worn. I don't know if you've worn the Rival socks that came with the
Well, okay.
jerseys.
Honestly, it wasn't terrible quality. The hoodie was good. The jerseys that we had, like when I had them for like pylons and everything like that, I think I don't have a Narwhals jersey, but I think they did the first round of Narwhal jerseys. Like they were good jerseys. They were decent. They
Yeah.
were really decent jerseys.
Everything
but
was great quality. But like
it just-
I genuinely mean this when I say this. The hockey socks that they made were the absolute best hockey socks I've ever slipped on.
Mhm.
They're fan. I mean, aside from going all out and getting like the CCMs or like the pro stock level, like they are the best socks on the market for beer league players. Nothing against men's leagues. I just don't like the way that they fit. I'm a very picky guy when it comes to my socks. I like the tight fit. I like my shins to pop out.
Yeah.
So,
I
but
get it.
yeah,
Hey, I have a question for you.
of course.
Is that a mystery Alaska hat?
It is fantastic. It's
I
also,
really-
you can't quite see
I really dig it.
but that's
I
the
really
Mystery
dig
Alaska
it.
jersey right there.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to see. I'm very bummed about it. I'm probably going to buy another one, but they are on sale on Amazon for like $35. I bought an XL, expecting it to fit like a hockey jersey XL. It definitely fits like a long sleeve large t-shirt, and it hugs around
Mm.
a little too tight. I was very upset about it because I wanted to wear it to one of our clubs that shall not be named skates, and
Yeah,
I
we
was
were
very
talking about
very
that.
disappointed. Yeah, so it is now a display along with the original Mooterus, the old school Whatahockey jersey, and the Winter Classic jersey, along with my signed Joel Hanley Texas Rangers warm-up jersey that I wore to the game last night because I
Oh,
knew
yeah,
it wasn't
baby.
going to get rowdy at all, and I knew I could wear it and not get worried about people spilling stuff on it. But that's probably the only time I'll wear it, unless they make it to the Stanley Cup Finals, and then maybe I'll wear it in the playoffs. So otherwise, it's going to be the black Mooterus and the white Roussel all season long, baby.
Hell yeah.
So-
man. I can't wait. This season. What are we thinking this season, man?
I want to say that because I want Patrick. I feel like
Uh-huh.
Patrick's got a sassy synopsis that he hasn't dropped a bomb on people in a while.
Okay, we
So
can
maybe
we can
next
build this
week.
up.
We'll build it up.
We'll
I
edge it
think
up a little bit.
it'll be appropriate for next week. But I think we're winding down here. Obviously, it was it was a little rocky for us there in the start. Jason, technical issues. I forgot to press unmute, which is fantastic. I'm sure no one's going to have any questions about that if we just release this as a episode on Thursday. But I do want to say thank you for everyone that watched today, everyone that's listened, everyone that's shared, everyone that has done a single minute thing for Whatahockey, even as simple as following us. Thank you for everything. I am very grateful because if it weren't for this community and this podcast, I probably would not be in the position that I am in, getting to do something that I never thought I would be able to do, and hopefully catapulting me into a place that I didn't even know was achievable. So very, very, very appreciative of that. But with that being said, Jason, that's all I've got. Unless you have anything else, Patrick's already said to tell him to stay sassy. So
I think at this point, you just need to stay moist, man.
you do. And we don't have the exit music because we're live on StreamYard right now, live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. But don't for any reason, even if you forget to press unmute on your microphone and talk into your microphone for the first 5 minutes of an episode, get your Kermit tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.